Hey, what's happening, y'all? Check it out. Another tutorial. This is a jewel orchid stem cutting propagation tutorial, or top cut. So these are the supplies that you need. This is a storage container with a clear top. You can find this at most grocery stores. Again, Ufaga. Sphagnum moss. This is dry sphagnum moss. I'm going to add water to it in a minute. And these are my stem cuttings or top cuts, as you can see, and some of the other supplies. So these are the pruning shears. When I cut the jewel orchids, I use isopropyl alcohol wipes or spray a Sharpie to mark the top of the container. And cinnamon, I use that as an antifungal, antimicrobial, and I dip the cut part in the cinnamon. Here I'm adding reverse osmosis water to the sphagnum moss in this container, and I just I get it really wet, and then I squeeze the excess water out, as you can see in the video. So yeah, just kind of getting it wet all over, and then I squeeze the water out back into that container, and then put the sphagnum in this other container. Just kind of spread it out evenly. I fill it up about, I don't know, half to 2/3 of the way up, and really squeeze that water out. You don't want the sphagnum to be waterlogged at all. Once you squeeze it out, it's just humid enough, and there are no holes in the container. So this is what I do. So I clean the pruning shears before I take a top cut from the enclosures. And so I like to, when I take the top cuts, I like to cut below 1 or 2 nodes. This is the cinnamon. Again, when I take the cut, I dip the part of the stem that's been cut into the cinnamon. It does help. And I take all of the leaves off except the top leaves, and then bury it down into the sphagnum. And as you can see, I'm doing this on all. I take all these leaves off, and any node I try to bury below the node and leave the top leaves on. Those usually survive, do okay, but I do take all these other leaves off, because once I bury it, they usually die off. So anyway, just going through all of them, taking the leaves off, as you can see, dipping in the cinnamon, and just repeat the process. I don't know, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 top cuts. I go through the Vivaria about once a month to take these top cuts. I have lots of jewel orchids in all of my Vivaria, and like I said, I just go through about once a month and take a top cut. Probably get about, I don't know, 50 to 75 plus a month, and offer them. So there you go, all in there, and we're ready to put the top on. So make sure that the top is clear, so light can penetrate. I keep them under LED lights, 12-hour photo period, and that's it. I write what they are: jewel orchid top cut. I date it, and I know that in about a month they're going to have enough roots so I can plant them in new Vivaria or in pots, whatever. That's it. Thanks, y'all. Peace. Have a good one.